Today we're going over the entire Scarlet and Violet era booster boxes and ETBs of the specialty sets. We got a big video today, a lot to cover, all the sets we're going to talk about, and we're just going to see if these are good or bad buys at the moment and maybe in the future. Now, you'll hear me say all the time is that I think long term these are some great buys because of the hype we have right now. A lot of new people are getting into the hobby, and later down the line, this is the era they're going to be nostalgic about. If people are just now getting back into Pokemon, they're going to be nostalgic of the Scarlet and Violet era. So I think all these boxes are honestly going to be good when it comes to long-term, like super long-term holds, like 15, 20 years or so. But starting here with Scarlet and Violet base set, it's up 37% the past 3 months, which is honestly a pretty big jump. I did not expect this to be a $200 box at this point in time. This set, I mean, I only have a couple boxes of it, but when I did pick them up, I picked them up for like 90 bucks. If we can find them here, I mean, yeah, November, October, they were sitting right around 100, and then before then, yeah, this is pretty much when I bought mine. And honestly, I might have got one in the 80s. That's how down bad these were at some point. But if you got into them within the last year or so, the last 6 months, you're up 120% on your investments when it comes to these boxes, which is a lot of money, especially if you bought a ton of these. Like if you bought 36 of these boxes when they were 90 bucks, you could make a lot of money off of that investment within just 6 months, honestly, which is crazy. And it's not something you expect from Scarlet and Violet, but this is the oldest set in the Scarlet and Violet era. It's the base set, it's the first one, so it's got that on it, and these aren't really getting reprinted. There are some ETBs coming out, and then in a lot of your stacking tins and whatnot, you'll have a base set pack in there, but the booster boxes themselves are not really going to be getting reprinted. If they do, that's just crazy. But yeah, and this is with the chase card being like a $50 Drowsy illustration rare. That's pretty impressive. Next up, we have SVO2, which is how they evolved. In my opinion, still the second best booster box set. It's pretty low now if you include the specialty sets, because the specialty sets are all pretty solid. But in terms of booster boxes, this is a pretty good one up there, and I think it's the only one behind Surging, or it's only behind Surging. So past 3 months, 25%, 6 months, 79%, and a year, 118%. So very much just like Scarlet and Violet base, and we're going to see numbers like this with a lot of these boxes just because the last 6 months to a year has been the big hype. That's really when we've seen stuff start to take off. But even these, I mean, when these first came out, and a few months afterwards, you could find these like 90 bucks a piece. So pretty impressive, good investment. One of the ones I did buy at 90, and I've picked up several throughout the time that they've been coming out. There has been like reprint news of booster boxes of these, but I'm not sure that has happened just yet. So we'll see when it comes to that. But still, 230, I don't know. I mean, if you don't have any, I think you buy. But if you already have plenty, there's not really any of these that I think are going to be buys right now, besides maybe one product, which is later in the video. But unless you don't have them. Obsidian Flames, this is another one. I mean, the crazy thing is Paldea Evolved is so much better of a set than Scarlet and Violet and Obsidian Flames, and it's only $10 more than Obsidian Flames and $35 more than Scarlet and Violet. This set is like 10 times better than these two sets. This one has always been kind of an expensive box. Maybe Obsidian Flames was kind of short printed. I don't know for sure. I'd just be making that up. I mean, they said around 100 for a while, just like all the other boxes. But then, yeah, they kind of went rogue over the course of the year, and I'm not sure why this has happened, because this is not a set with any crazy chase cards. It has like a $60 Charizard, and they're nice Charizard cards, but they're not expensive cards. So it being 220 is really shocking to me, honestly, that it's 220 market when Paldea Evolved is only, well, I guess I was looking at 230. It's 240, so it's $20 more. I was stuck on this price right here, but it's 240 still. Only $22 more than Obsidian Flames. Paldea Evolved is way better than Obsidian Flames. Next up is our first specialty set of the Scarlet and Violet era, and it's 151. This set, I mean, we all know it's good. I've made so many videos about 151. It's good. And even this ETB is still up 23% the past 3 months. Not really much this month. 112% 6 months. And then if you were in this a year ago, this is my biggest fumble, is I did not pick up a lot of these last year around this time, when I really should have. This is probably time right here when I was really getting a 151. I still sort of bought a lot of these because this is just the normal ETB, by the way, not even the Pokemon Center ones. And you're looking at 212 market price for an ETB. Now, there has been like rumors of 151 reprints, but maybe not ETBs. There's been some 151 booster bundle restocks, and that's kind of a lot of the time what Pokemon is restocking and reprinting is booster bundles, because it's only just packs in the box. This stuff, you have the coins and whatnot and all that other jazz, the sleeves, and it takes a lot more resources to make ETBs than it does just a little booster bundle. So we may not see any more reprints of these coming out, and just other products when it comes to 151. Paradox Rift, in terms of buying, I don't know. I don't have any of these, but I'm not really looking to spend 212 on just one ETB of this. I'm not gonna lie. Probably just buy a booster box of another set for that price. Paradox Rift, this is a set that I was really high on, and it's performed to what I wanted it to do and even more. Honestly, I never expected this one to be $200 right here. I was really big on this about probably around this time, because I was able to buy some for like $92 each, which was about $10 under market at the time, and since then gained almost double the amount I spent on them if I wanted to realize some profits. So pretty solid for Paradox Rift. I think Paradox Rift is a great set. I just picked up a card from Paradox Rift, the Roaring Moon SIR and a PSA 9, and you have a Groudon in here, a Steelix. There's a bunch of solid cards. I think the Altaria is this one. Maybe that's Paldea Evolved. Sometimes I get those cards mixed up, but this set has so many good cards, some really good illustration rares as well. And I mean, 200 is a solid price. Still, I think Paldea Evolved should be a lot more than this set, though. 200. If this is 200, Paldea Evolved should be like 250, which I guess is 240, like 260. Paldea Fates was the next set, or it might have been Astral Temporal. I don't know. It came out pretty soon after 151, it seemed like, though. 140 for these, not terrible. This is another one this is getting restocked in like weekly, not the ETBs. Once again, it's the booster bundles with the 6-packs, but Paldea Fates is still very much around, and a lot of it is on the market and hitting markets every single week, especially the booster bundles. That's all I see pretty much at reprints, is that some of these booster bundles are there. So if you don't have any ETBs, it's not a horrible buy. I mean, yeah, of course, it's pretty expensive now compared to what it was in November, but it's not getting back down to these prices ever. So, I mean, you can buy now. If they reprint it, it goes down a little bit. But if you're in it for the long run, that's my thing. Is like, if you're in it for the long run, which is at least over 5 years, I would say, all these are fine at this purchase point right here. But within 5 years, we're going to be on to the next era, and these will be out of print. So, Temporal Forces, it's okay. I mean, this is another $200 box, and Temporal Forces is one that I was never too big on, but it is an interesting set because it's got all the new, like, legendary, ancient, futuristic guys in it, and some people are really high on it, some people are really low on it. I haven't always been too high, and I picked some up when it was pretty cheap, like when it was in the $100 range. That's when I bought some, and I think I bought maybe one more before it sold out on Pokemon Center, maybe. Yeah, this set, it's never been too high on my list. Twilight Masquerade here, SV06, a set that I dogged on at first, and then it really made me look stupid, but it was just the Greninja. I did not think the Greninja was going to alone carry the set, and lo and behold, it did. With the help from the Eevee a little bit, the Eevee definitely helped it out. But yeah, this one has only gone up since release pretty much, and sitting around 220. That's a little bit steep for this box, I think. Whenever it comes, I don't know. I think they're all steep, but then again, they're selling on the daily pretty much for this price. So that's just the market we're in. People are buying at this price with some of these sets, which is kind of crazy when it comes down to it. Shroud of Fable we'll talk about. I like Shroud of Fable. I actually do like Shroud of Fable. A lot of people dog on it, and they act like it's literal dirt, but the card value inside of the set is actually underrated. There's like 12 cards over $20, and then another, like, there's like 19 total over $10 or something like that, and then a few of them have started doing pretty well, like the Persian, the Houndoom, the Cresselia went up like $10 at one point. There's some decent cards in here, and I was really high on these whenever they were the only ones left on Pokemon Center, the Pokemon Center ETBs, and I ended up buying a lot of those. So yeah, I mean, this is still stuff that you'll see in stores, these ETBs, but I like the Pokemon Center ones, and the Pokemon Center ones aren't even that expensive. They're only like $80, $90 maybe. So not a horrible purchase point there. And I think they actually, yeah, they just restocked a few of these on Pokemon Center the other day, which is, I don't know why, but yeah, they got sold out as well. So people are literally buying anything that they can get their hands on at the moment. Stellar Crown, I mean, if you're buying a booster box of Scarlet and Violet, you're paying $200. That's just how it is, and that's the cheapest booster box of Pokemon you're ever gonna find. But Stellar Crown, $749 that day. What the heck happened this day? Sitting at 200. This is a set that I'm not too high on. Your chase card, I think now is Bulbasaur. I think Bulbasaur surpassed the Tropicos. The Tropicos is down hella, and I picked up a couple actually this month. So if you want to buy Tropicos now, is a good time. And then the Squirtle is right there around the same price. They're all around $55 or so. There's not a big chase in this set. Those are illustration rares. The Tropicos is an SR, and it is a really nice card, but it's a Tropicos. And yeah, it's just not enough to make this set good. There's not a whole lot of depth, and the SIR and the chase card is bad. Surging Sparks, the best set so far. Destined Rivals may overtake it, but a lot of people aren't really talking about that for Destined Rivals. But Surging Sparks is good, and honestly, only $4 or $2 more market than Paldea Evolved. But Surging Sparks is actually a pretty decent buy right now. It's lower than it was a few months ago, 264, sitting at 240. I think if you want some Surging, now's a decent time. There's definitely talks of reprint, probably reprints, but if you're not afraid of being in the red a little bit, or if you want to wait and try to get them whenever the reprints drop, I would do that. But if you're not afraid of the red, like for a few months, it's going to be red until they reprint, and they stop reprinting them after 6-8 months, however long it is. They'll be going back up pretty soon. This is a set with a very strong chase, pretty good depth, a lot of depth, and 240, honestly not bad when it's only $2 more than Paldea. And this set is everybody's clear number one. Next up, Prismatic. Now this is the buy that I think everybody should be buying. And look at this. Some Prismatic ETBs drop on the Pokemon Center, and everybody starts selling theirs. There's a spike in purchases as well, 345, whenever it was just like 100 the few other days there. I don't know, 123 market's pretty solid. I was saying get these when they were 140 still. 123 I like. I might grab a few of these in this next month. We'll see what they do, if they rebound quickly or if they continue going down. If they continue to 120, 120 will be my buy-in point for a few more of these. The value inside of the set when it comes to the chase cards is still crazy. And, you know, some people will say not to buy these because they're going to print it into the ground. Brother, if you're in it for the long run, you're just fine. Trust me on that. If you're going to be sad whenever it goes in the red after some reprints, sure. Maybe not. Maybe this isn't for you, but all investments go in the red at some point. All these new gen people getting into the hobby are going to start seeing some red on some downward graphs, and they're going to start selling, and all of us long-term guys are going to be chilling because we're going to be buying those dips whenever they sell, and we're going to be eating in the cash in a few years. That's what I'm talking about. 123, I like that. Keep dropping, baby. That's a buy. Journey Together, 217, over 200, and I mean, in retrospect to these other sets, now it's getting printed way heavier than some of these have. I mean, they're printing this way more than Obsidian Flames was ever printed. I'll tell you that right now. 217 is below Obsidian. This is one of the lowest boxes, and to be honest, it is a bad set. Like, I don't think it's a very good set at all. Fairy's not a chase card. It's still around $200. I don't know how. And the rest of the other cards are nothing special either, to be honest with you. The illustration rares are good, but the illustration rares are easier to pull than any of these other sets. So I've already had a whole video ranting on this. I'm not going to go into detail. Not buying any more of these. I only got one box. I didn't get any pre-orders at MSRP. Otherwise, I would probably had more. But I bought one box. That's all for me. I don't need anything else. And then lastly, Destined Rivals at pre-sale, looking around $300. It's insane. We had some cards revealed of the Mewtwo, some of these other illustration rares, the Garchomp and the Ho-Oh. I've seen some people dogging on it, but it hasn't really... It dipped to 275 for a little bit after I think some news came out or something, and it's sitting here at 300 right now. There was just a drop on Pokemon Center yesterday or 2 days ago. I wasn't able to get any. I was in the queue fast too, and I wasn't able to get a single thing, not even a booster bundle. So I don't know. I'm not really interested in pre-ordering these. I'll probably buy one whenever it drops. and hopefully it goes down a little bit like Journey did. My investments are going other places right now. Not as much Pokemon, but I might go back into Pokemon here with some of these. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you next video.